Hello, Virgo, and welcome to your Spring 2021 Tarot Forecast. We are first going to pull some messages about general energies in your life, what's going on in every area except love. And then the second half of the reading, I will look specifically at your romantic energies for the spring months. So this will cover the time frame of mid-March through mid-June, and I know those of you in the southern hemisphere are going into the autumn, so mid-March through mid-June for you guys this reading will cover. So let's get right in, Virgo, and see what is going on. What is the spring bringing to Virgo? What is happening for Virgo? Oh, we've got Brat and we've got Little Angel. But I would like to point out, Brat is here as you are ending the winter, coming into the spring. Little Angel is showing up as you move through spring into the summer. So this could entail many areas of your life. It could be a very specific relationship, friend, family, romance, where you've really been in the struggle with this person. They've been unreasonable. It's been difficult, very challenging, and there's going to be a lot of transformation over the spring months for you guys. This could also represent a certain area of your life that has just been a huge struggle. No matter what you do, you just feel kind of caught in the same wheel. Like, am I ever going to break free? Is life going to be sweet? Is this going to change? And the answer is yes, Virgo. That pesky energy in some area of your life is going to transform over the spring months, and you're going to go into summer feeling very happy and content. So let's pull some more cards and go deeper into this message that Spirit's bringing for all the Virgos. Purification and voyage. All right, Virgo. So this is a really lovely message, just general overall for you, the energy in your life, the way things are going to unfold. This Brat energy, which again represents a huge struggle with somebody in your life, or just really tricky circumstances that it's like a thorn in your side. You're coming out of that. The first part of spring is all about the purification of that energy, whether it be between you and another person or you in some area of your life. And the purification is the heavy, the hardness, evening out, falling away. And then you move through the spring, and as you enter the summer months, there's been this huge shift of energy with voyage. Like, that can represent how vastly different the landscape of things look as you start the spring opposed to as you are entering the summer months. Like, huge shift for some of you. Some Virgos, you are going to leave something very familiar behind. And this isn't a relationship. This is like a job or a home, maybe some sort of like organization you belong to, like something that you've been obligated to, anchored to for quite some time, and you're going to make a big move out of that energy. So this could represent a big job change for Virgo within the same company, like shifting positions or going to a new job entirely. And I feel maybe at the start of spring, this may not have been like what was on your mind, but it's the way the energy plays out, what's presented to you, things that open up, like that's where this big change in job happens for some Virgos. Others of you, this could be where it's like, you know what, I need a new space, and you're going to change home because we have the voyage there, talking about spring in general. Just a big turning of events, a big shifting of energy, a big move for Virgo. But also with this, Virgo, speaking more as into the summer months, towards the end of spring, you may come into planning a very spectacular trip for the summertime. Like, I feel that's not on anybody's mind as you start ending the winter, coming into the spring. Like, it's not on your mind at all, like any sort of big fantastic trip or voyage. Like, it's just not there. But the way things unfold for you through the spring months, like, opens you up to this beautiful trip that's like up ahead. It's not happening in the spring. This is not about like a trip in the spring. The voyage in the spring is more like the big shifting of energy or big move. But also, Virgo, it's like this big unexpected trip is going to come up. You're going like in the spring, I'm sorry, in the summer or in the autumn months. And you come into maybe planning it or being invited, or the opportunity coming towards the end of spring, entering summer. All right, so let's pull some more cards and go deeper. It looks like a lot of positive shift for Virgo, and you know, the trickier energies in your life or with a relationship, a lot of purification, which means healing and transformation finally going to take place. Or, you know, if you've been struggling, healing, getting over somebody who was just very awful and difficult to you, the spring is bringing that healing that you so desire and seek. All right, so we have the King of Swords with the Eight of Wands, Judgment. Sorry about that, Virgo. Didn't mean to knock that card down. With the King of Wands. Oh, you got two kings coming through. That's very empowering energy. Two of Pentacles. The Magician. Nine of Cups, look at that. Emotional fulfillment, emotional satisfaction, wishes coming true. And the Wheel of Fortune. Oh my gosh, it does not get better than that. The Nine of Cups with the Wheel of Fortune. Oh, Virgo. Okay, so spring, things are really going to start shifting for you. The Judgment with that purification, this challenging energy, whether through a relationship, multiple relationships, or different circumstances in your life, it's been part of your soul growth with that Judgment, okay? And you're completing that, you're overcoming it, you're evolving beyond those experiences, circumstances, emotions as you come into spring. So this is like the second half of March coming into April. That's when this purification, this healing, this big change of heart, the shifting of energy really starts to take place. And then you go into May, and that's where the magic really starts happening. But there may be a little hesitation, Virgo. Those of you where this is like a big move, whether location or job, there may be like some hesitation because of how unfamiliar it is to you. But with the Magician, it's like, go with it, Virgo. Or if you desire that deep in your heart, it feels like you're going to have the magic to make it happen. Because as you end April and come into June, the first half of June, that's when things are really finally feeling good, like life feels right. Things have fallen into place for you. You're very content. And even though this Nine of Cups and this Wheel of Fortune show up, you know, for like the first half of June, what I feel by that is because of what's taking place in April and May, by June, you feel very fortunate. Your heart is filled with gratitude. You feel happy for your lot in life, the way things have worked out, the way circumstances have worked themselves out, the way this pesky, heavy energy has now transformed into, you know, light, fun. It's heavy, and here we have fun. You know, you see this little polar bear flying a kite, really enjoying himself, not having a care in the world, right? And that's what the Nine of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune is about, where Virgo, there is something coming in that's going to make you feel so blessed and content and happy and safe and secure. And those of you where this is like a really challenging relationship that's been playing out in your life, with the 2 kings coming in, that's where I see you and this person like finally seeing eye to eye, finally getting on the same page, finally being able to communicate with each other, evolving beyond what was challenging this relationship and the communication within it in the past. Like you're gonna evolve beyond that. And as you guys get on the same page, your energy is no longer feeling distorted. You're going to feel much more grounded and stable, which is allowing some magic to open up for you, to pop off for you. And it's bringing some unexpected opportunities. So the first half of spring, it's like we're wrapping up an old cycle, we're healing, we're purifying, we're understanding, and then the second half of spring, everything is just like lush and green, getting good, the landscape being an entire different view than what you were experiencing coming into the spring months. And you're ready, Virgo. I mean, with this card, you are ready, and I love to see that it's the transition this way, where we're not going from this happy energy into this very chaotic, misunderstood, miscommunicating type of bantering, and back to the voyage about the way your energy and your life and the landscape of your life will change throughout the spring. It's like a whole different world. I do know some of you, there's this really neat trip that's coming up in the summer or the autumn months. But as an overall card, it's also talking about, or overall energy for the spring, it's talking about like just this huge shift. Even if you are standing in the same exact spot, it's going to look entirely different. The wheel of fortune, like everything turning and shifting in your favor, Virgo, with that 9 of Cups. So much happiness for you. I'm so happy to see this. Let's pull some further clarifiers. Oh, look at that. You got the Lovers. So yeah, a lot of healing in relationships that have been troubled. And I feel more with like miscommunication, not seeing eye to eye. And we're not looking specifically at romance in these general messages. Some of you may resonate that way, but this feels more like a family member or a close friendship for those of you talking about this troubled situation. But that Lover is like happiness, Virgo, a lot of happiness. All right, 3 of Pentacles with the Knight of, the Knave of Wands, which would be the Page of Wands. So this, the Page of Wands brings communication, brings messages in very quickly. And you also have that with the 8 of Wands. Okay, and we have the King of Swords attached to this. So this is honesty, this is truth, this is somebody really meaning what they say. And with the 3 of Pentacles, that's you and somebody else communicating, collaborating to get on the same page with each other, to understand each other. Okay, for other Virgos, this is talking about this opportunity that's being presented to you the early part of spring, which might entail that big change of like location in job position, home, something along those lines. It comes in early spring for those Virgos that applies. Like it's going to come in early spring, and it is a very good move for you. But it's like things are going to move very quickly, much quicker than you anticipate. Oh, look at you got the Magician twice now. This coming in for April specifically with Temperance. And over here we have the 5 of Swords and the Hanged Man. And then we have the 2 of Pentacles. So you got the 2 of Pentacles twice and the Moon. Okay. I love this play right here. I see totally what's happening. So we'll get to that in a minute. Like I want to start there, but first like no. back over here. Okay, so early spring, Virgo, that's when things are going to start shifting, and April is feeling very magical. Okay, you have the Magician for April and for May. So April, May, very magical months for Virgo, where energies are balancing out. Fighting with people, miscommunication, being at a standoff, like all of that coming to an end. For those of you this is about, like a relationship specifically, you guys are gonna evolve beyond this. Even if this is like an argument or a discussion that you guys just cannot seem to get past, you're finally gonna move beyond it with this Wheel of Fortune. And April and May is like when the conversations are happening, the heat is on, the magic is flowing, the understanding is coming in. It's beautiful. And where we had doubt and uncertainty, it's no more as you in spring and move into the summer months. Now, Virgo, those of you where this is about like a big move, big change in your life that's coming your way, and you might be a little hesitant to take a risk or jump into something so unfamiliar and unknown to you. What I see with this Two of Pentacles here as well is, by you taking the chance, you taking the risk, it's going to pay off. Like, some of you might need to make a big leap of faith in May, early part of June, about some big change, transition in your life, and you're kind of on the fence about it, like, I don't know. And the way that this energy transitions, by you having that leap of faith, you being willing to take a risk, being willing to step into the unknown, pays off for you in big ways. Because this Two of Pentacles comes in like it's just a transition of this same card here, saying I was really having a hard time deciding, but if I decided and stepped into the unknown, which is this moon energy, it brought forth a big change of circumstance, a big change of fate, and a lot of emotional fulfillment, happiness for Virgo. So in May, early June, if there comes this juncture where you've really got to have a leap of faith or take a risk, Virgo, do it. You will not be sorry for it. You're going to have a lot of success. So big time shift in a relationship that struggled with communication. You guys are finally going to understand each other and evolve beyond that, okay? But more so, Virgo, there's a lot of magic. Like, I just keep coming back to that, because you also have Judgment. And, that's par for the course when you're wrapping up a, like, old cycle, old energy. What follows is a time of happiness, of joy, of ease, of harmony, of flow, because it's like you're starting a whole new journey, a whole new beginning. But some of you, it's just energetically. Others of you, it's, in a whole new path in your life, in the physical. This is general, so it will unfold differently for each of you, but it's not going to feel the same as you enter summer as when you were exiting winter. Like, there's a beautiful transformation of energy, a purification of that. Like, just, I feel like instead of a skunk, it should be like a porcupine right there for you guys, is the way I feel that energy that you've been dealing with. And beautiful transition up out of that, Virgo. So that's nice. The voyage from the porcupine into the freedom and harmony of flow, with no prickles, with no owies, right? So that's how I feel it, like just a very prickly energy that's been difficult for you to deal with. And with the purification, some of you may have required some deep healing from some situations of the past, but you're overcoming it. Judgment coming in, like that energy washing away. And with Judgment, you have the Magician and Temperance. So as this washes away, this cycle wraps up, the magic begins, the balance, the healing within you is restored. And where you have felt blocked, defeated in the past, you're going to have the stamina to push through, and also a bigger belief and confidence in what's to come and what could be. So there's a lot of beautiful energy playing out for you, Virgo, and I just see as you enter the summer, so much happiness in your heart, in your soul. So hang in there. Things are happening, and it's going to move very quick once it begins. Peace, friends and family and those who care. Peace is yours today to share. Yeah, that's a perfect message to wrap up your general energies that Spirit wanted to talk about. A lot of peace and harmony coming into your life, Virgo. So let's pull some cards and see what's happening on the romantic front. What is happening for Virgo in the spring romantically? Dreams about you, change habits, challenges, and passionate connection. Okay. So this energy, I see it two ways. This is, for some of you, an existing connection that has been very challenging, been a struggle. You guys could be like, you in the general reading, it spoke entirely to me about this romantic connection in my life, okay? And others of you, this connection, I feel, is something that you are separated from and you've been struggling to heal from. All right, so that's how I'm going to read this message. And if that doesn't pertain to you, then the romantic part of the reading may not be pertaining to you. I'm sorry. I try to incorporate everybody, but Spirit brings what Spirit brings. And so those of you where you are currently involved with this person, connected to this person, you're not separated at all. You've been in the challenge, you've been in the struggle with them, and there's a deep connection here between the two of you, and that's why you haven't been able to let this go, walk away, let go, walk away. And what we have here is change habits, and changing habits is what eases the challenge, and that's what I see taking place in the spring. It's very similar to the general message reading, where a lot is going to change and transform in this connection, which like restores, rekindles the essence of what connected you guys in the first place. So those of you in this romantic connection where we are not separated, okay, because the separated message is entirely different, where we are not separated, you guys are finally going to overcome something that has been such a struggle and challenge for you. And as part of like wrapping up the cycles, you know, at a deeper level, you're both ready to evolve beyond the current connection into something more. And you're going to overcome what has really put a wedge between you or just been such a struggle for the two of you. And reignition of like that deeper connection, the remembering of it. And through that, that might be why let's go on a second honeymoon, or let's get away for a while and just enjoy each other. So connected relationships that have been struggling, beautiful transition and healing through the spring months. Now, for other Virgos, what I see here is somebody that you're separated from, okay? And it could just be by distance, or we're outright separated, we don't speak, we're broken up, we're apart, you know, however you want to look at that. And you dream about them. You've been having dreams about them. And it bothers you because it's like, why am I dreaming about this person if we're not together, or we're not going to be together? And part of this purification comes in where you and this person, you guys are meeting on the astral to try to work out the struggles and residual pain and heartache that exists within each of you when that relationship ended. Like, you guys are meeting on the astral to try to heal that energy. Okay, because it's like something about the physical. We can't come together in the physical and connect. We can't come to the together in the physical and see eye to eye. Like, there's some deeper reason why this energy cannot be worked out in the physical realm, and you guys are meeting on the astral to really try to heal and work through this energy. And now with this passionate connection, you know, this could be where it's time for this energy to heal so that you can come in to a brand new romance, Virgo, and be totally open and available for it. Or perhaps through healing on the astral, you and this person can have a second chance. That energy, you know, is truly contingent upon each and every one of your personal situations. I would leave it open-ended. You know, Spirit, show me, ultimately, as this energy heals on the astral with them, is it to lead us into union again? Or is it to finally break us both free so we can come into union with somebody who is much more compatible with each of us, okay? The outcome will be different. And so ask your spiritual team to show you which path is specifically for you. And as you move through this healing process, you may have thought, oh, I always want to get back with this person. But by the end of it, perhaps you've changed your mind and somebody new and beautiful is coming in. Because I do see romance for single Virgos towards the end of spring, first part of summer. And it's like contingent upon the healing that's taking place on the astral between you and somebody where the energy was very open-ended and unhealed and splintered. So let's pull some clarifiers. Oh, you got the Wheel of Fortune twice. 7 of Swords, 9 of Swords, and the King of Pentacles. Okay, so those of you where we are in these existing connections that we're together, we're not, you know, separated physically, you guys are going to have a lot of breakthrough during the spring. Like the Wheel of Fortune shows up here as well as here, and that tells me that there is this larger cycle that's ending for you at the soul, which is truly going to manifest in all areas of your life, like a lot of improvement in all areas of your life, and specifically your current romantic relationship. It's like somebody is just changing inside, and they're getting it. And what you guys have struggled against, it's like, I'm ready to step up and change. I'm ready to step up and do what I've got to do to make this connection work. All right. So existing connections, Virgo, there's going to be a lot of healing in the spring, and whoever really needs to step up, or if both of you need to step up and change a bit, you're going to have the willingness to do so. They're going to have the willingness to do so. And it's like a reignition of that beautiful, deeper connection that you felt at the beginning of things. And those of you where this is more about healing on the astral, it's time, because the way things ended, what happened, really stresses you out, really stresses this other person out. And it's time for you both to evolve beyond this heartache, beyond this pain, whether that means you get back together or you are getting into a new relationship, because I see that again with this King of Pentacles. Virgo, end of spring, first part of summer, there's new love coming in for you. And I feel most of you, this is probably a brand new person. It could be, you know, you and this person who are healing on the astral. But for most Virgos, I feel this is a new person. And it's time for this healing to take place so that you can let this beautiful and passionate new love in. This is somebody who is stable, who's grounded, who has it together, and wants like a relationship, wants a commitment, wants to be with somebody to build with them. And you guys are going to have a lot of chemistry on top of that. So let's pull a few more cards. Connection, authenticity, and vision. Wow. Okay, so those of you that are currently together, it's this deeper connection, like the connection between the two of you is what's going to cause one or both of you to really change perception, to really shift and step up and do what needs to happen to make this relationship a happier place to be for both of you, okay? And those of you where you're dreaming about this person you are separated from, we have the vision here. And here in the middle with authenticity and the butterflies, this healing must take place, whether you guys are meant to be back together or to come into a new relationship with somebody else. It's time for that healing. Like all the lessons, the karma, everything attached to that old is completing, is ending, and it's time for brand new energy. Even if you and this person are to get back together, it's in like a whole new realm. You are different, they are different, and it's like Spirit saying don't worry on the outcome of you and this specific person. Focus on the healing that's taking place on the astral, because it's very freeing and liberating for you, and it's opening you up to love. And I feel like really strong early summer, like it's opening you up to love. Many Virgos, this is a brand new person. Some Virgos, it could be this person, but the healing is now, and that's your focus romantically. Single Virgos is really getting over something that hurt you, emotional baggage, healing, the cords getting cut so that you can be fully free, open, vulnerable, emotionally available to this person, because that's who they are. Like that's the love that's trying to come in for Virgo. So those are your messages, Virgo. I am sending you lots of love and light. Take care.